Hello. I just had a couple thoughts about apologetics methodologies. I just kind of wanted to get out there because I'm pretty ignorant about the issue. I'm not really totally decided yet, so if somebody who's more knowledgeable than me on these issues can kind of help me out here and let me know what you think about my thoughts, that would be awesome. So for those of you, just real quick, who aren't familiar with the debate among Christians about apologetics methodologies and about how we should do apologetics, there are basically two sides. There's presuppositionalism, which says basically that because of the noetic effects of sin, that the unbeliever is totally opposed to God, and so therefore we cannot establish any neutral ground with them. So arguments that appeal to, so pretty much like if you're using arguments that try to take neutral ground and try to appeal to things like the historical evidence for the resurrection and stuff, that's not going to work because they're totally opposed to God. So their sinfulness, their rebellion against God is going to keep them from being persuaded by such arguments, basically. And the second group actually kind of consists of a few different groups, but they're all kind of in one main camp. And it includes like classical apologists and evidentialists, people like that, who would say that you can take neutral ground with the unbeliever and appeal to like the beginning of the universe, the historical evidence for the resurrection, stuff like that, and talking to the unbeliever. Now, okay, just so everyone knows, I am a Calvinist. So okay, all presuppositionalists, I don't think I explained this, all presuppositionalists are Calvinists. Not all Calvinists are presuppositionalists. You have people like Greg Kokel and R.C. Sproul, but all tough word to say, all presuppositionalists are Calvinists. Now, I'm a Calvinist. The thing is that I don't find presuppositionalism to be very convincing. I think it doesn't make any sense to me because it says that we cannot establish neutral ground with the unbelievers. So therefore, when we're talking to them, we should appeal more to the fact that their worldview cannot account for things like logic and and morality and stuff like that. How they have to borrow from our worldview to even argue against our worldview. That's how the presuppositionalists would argue. But it seems that even in doing that they are appealing to common ground because they're still using logic, right? Because they're still saying, like in arguing that you can't argue against my worldview unless you're borrowing from my worldview. Well, but aren't you using logic? You know what I mean? You're using language. I mean, you do have common ground with them, because you're saying that if you have to borrow from my worldview in order to argue against my worldview, that is illogical, and therefore your worldview cannot stand. So it's like it seems like it's doesn't answer anything, like, because presuppositionalists must try to use common ground as well, even though they deny that they do, but it seems that they do. I don't know if that makes any sense. So that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm missing something, because once again, I'm very ignorant about all this. I want to do some more reading on it, so hopefully I can be more educated about these things. But if you are on here and you know about these things and you would like to let me know what you think, please comment or make a video response or something, letting me know what you think about my thoughts. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and peace.